Goodbye, G.
I won't say she's much of a housekeeper. Care to join me?
Don't mind if I do.
Let's not actually spend. To us, it's 1954. Who knows where they think they are?
Good to see you, Inspector.
Is it?
Not really.
Didn't think so. Going somewhere?
I've been called away unexpectedly by a long, luxurious holiday and a large pitcher of martinis in mourning for my wife. You remember my wife? Tried her for murder, poor dear. Dies tomorrow. How shall they do it?
Your wife will be drawn in portrait.
Why, Inspector, isn't that a bit barbaric? Can you send me pictures?
I'll see what I can do.
Head on a pike?
Old habits die hard, sir.
Well, Inspector, if you don't mind, my ship sails today, and I still have a lot of building to do, so...
Shame about the wife.
Oh, you mean G?
Yes, your wife. G. That only woman could be such a cold-blooded murderess.
A woman who's always so full of it. So full of... How shall I say? Grace.
Can't say as I've noticed, sir, but I will say this. If the verdict in the case against G came from anything less than the infallible British judicial system, one glance at your steamer trunk and the raving Freudian slip of these prison decals, and one could easily conclude that you, Raymond, are the culprit in this mystery. But I'm sure this trunk belongs to her, so this is literally her confession, not yours.
Pardon me, Inspector. Hearn's just been ringing off the hook. Social calendar and an uproar. Congratulations from other roads and names, cards and letters. Never been so popular. Hello. It's the police.
Yes? Yes? I see. It's for you.
Hello? I see. I'll hop in a gap and be straight down. My car's been stolen and found at the bottom of a lake not far from the Bates Motel. Odd. I've never been to the Bates Motel.
First time for everything, sir.
You're not the real inspector. Take off that wretched disguise.
Do contain yourself.
Show your face, man.
This is my face. For better or for worse, sir.
1,000 pardons.
I'm sure we all go a little mad sometimes, sir.
Very well. I'm off.
Give you a lift to the swamp if you like to get your car.
How inordinately kind of you, Inspector. By the by, how did you happen to have a latch and a key?
I don't follow.
A key to the door. You let yourself in.
Sir?
The latch key!
Pilfered it from your wife's purse among her effects at the lockup. Figured you opening it where she'll be going.
Right you are. It's closed.
Oh, of course. Best not to get too comfortable, madam. You're still in the shadow of the hangman's rope, the butcher's blade, the sentry's pike, if you get my drift.
Inspector! Hasn't she been through enough? First, victim of an attempted murder. Next, object of a frame-up. Then imprisoned like a common criminal. Look how she suffered, haven't you, dear?
I went in British and I came out Russian.
Extraordinary.
And will sue for damages. What we've got to do now is prove her husband's been plotting murder.
My Raymond's good boy.
Much as it pains me to say it about an amateur sleuth, Bob is right. We needed to retrace your steps the night Raymond decided to dial in for murder. You are completely relaxed. Empty your mind utterly. Except for your breathing and good manners. The night Raymond tried to have you killed. Garrett, to be specific.
Inspector!
You are asleep in bed. Raymond is off at a party. His flimsy alibi. Remember. Remember.
Run, Forrest, run!
That's 1964. This is 54, G. Get with it. The phone rings. Darling, don't answer it. You answer it.
Hello?
Your husband, who knows that you had an affair a year prior with a useless yank and stands to inherit your considerable fortune should you meet an untimely end, has timed it perfectly. Listening on the other end of the line, he doesn't say a word.
Hello?
And from behind the curtains out steps, dead.
Inspector!
But in every perfect murder, there's always a little hitch.
Hitch knows that the last thing his audience expects is when Grace fights back like a little hellion. It's the most exciting moment, probably the only one, in this most minor entry in the entire Hitch oeuvre. Ah! Ah! Ah!
Hello? Hello? I think you have wrong number. Please check the number and dial again. How are you?
Very well indeed, madam.
What's all this then?
She's out of jail. No thanks to you, Raymond.
A temporary respite from prison life on the eve of execution. She still dies tomorrow.
This calls for a drink.
I hardly think it's the time or place.
That never stopped me before. Bob, let me take your coat.
No need.
I insist.
I don't think so. Don't be silly.
Can't help it.
Do you want the scissors?
I trust you recovered your car, sir. Hope it's none the worse for wear.
If you don't mind a little quicksand, who does? But what's happened to G? Doesn't she seem to be the least bit Russian?
Not seeming especially in a hurry to me, sir. I don't imagine she would be. What of the execution tomorrow and so forth?
She sounds like she just stepped out from behind the Iron Curtain.
Prison like gulag.
Snap, sir.
Can see that.
It must have been horrid.
No makeup.
G,
Inspector, do you really think I'm useless?
Time will tell, sir.
well, it's been monstrously swell of you to come see me off. Bon voyage, dear. Oh, Bob, do you even have an occupation?
None, Raymond.
Smashing choice, G.
And what is it that you do again, sir?
Former tennis pro, turned mystery writer, with a dash of living off the missus.
Ah, working on anything now?
Let's say I'm putting the final touches on my last chapter. Dotting the I's, crossing the T's, as it were.
By Jove, I love a good mystery.
Ever tried to write one?
Haven't the head for it.
Pity.
Never used to be able to guess the endings. But I'm getting better. I read a lot.
Well, a big gold star for you, Inspector. Time to push off, kittens.
Oh, Raymond, is there nothing you can do to save me from dire fate at dawn?
Call me Thursday next. Ta-ta. Oh, Inspector, by the by, how did you manage to get entry again? You terribly slippery fellow.
You let us in, sir.
Don't insult my intelligence.
Hard not to.
I'll add it to the collection. Bye. Bye. You too. Bye. Send us a postcard from Monaco, G. Good luck tomorrow. Someone's got a shit to catch.
Wouldn't go out there if I were your old man.
It is birds, many birds.
What are you all babbling about now?
Never seen anything like it. Sparrows and finches fighting side by side. Never have I seen Britain so united.
What the devil? I'll never get out of here. I don't see any fucking birds.
Now quickly, the truth, out with it! And so, the picture becomes clear. While your deadly debonair husband had the foresight to draw those curtains, providing the would-be killer with a place to lie in wait, never occurred to the poor chap he'd forgotten to draw these!
What are you saying, Inspector?
I already said it, Bob. Try to keep up. Because you see, that neighboring flat, that rear window, it was your very own inspector who saw it all, from the prime vantage point of a wheelchair. Nothing to do, my leg went cast and itching like a Trojan.
This whole time, you were never?
Just doing me job, Mum. Saw how you killed the man in an island stocking in self-defense. As chance would have it, I was getting my cast off when we got the call. The next day, back on the job and fit as fiddle.
This whole time, you knew G innocent?
Just doing me job, Mum. We've been after Raymond for a long time.
You're lucky to be alive, dear. You heard it yourself. The inspector told us about Raymond's first wife, Rebecca.
Raymond told me that she died of stage fright. How could I believe?
Well, I have to know, Madams, why? Why did you cooperate with the kidnapping?
I'll go a little mad.
You were young and innocent. We'll leave it at that.
I'm eternal grateful.
Just doing my job, Mum. Most cordial greetings and salutations and many happy returns, so on and so forth. Now that we've freed the kidnapped victim from Raymond's family plot, time to sabotage his notorious plans and prove his guilt beyond the shadow of a doubt. G, please.
He's getting away, you idiot! Do I have to do everything myself? You dazzle!
Nothing to fear, Hitch. Raymond, he'll be back. He forgot the envelope.
What are you talking about? There's always something to fear!
What envelope?
I didn't like making this truck very much. How would you like it?
Now, wherever did she put that envelope? The priceless stops. Ah, come to Papa. Bring on the tumbril. After Madame Guillotine caught me red-handed. Aren't I the bad boy? Anyone for a round, I'm by. Checkmated me into a froth, Inspector. How did you manage it?
Much as I'd like to, can't take the credit. No, that trophy goes to Bob.
What? A handbasket full of rubbish. This American.
An American! On loan to Interpol.
Really?
We've been after Raymond for a long time. It all dates back to World War II. Lost U.S. government wartime gold men for French freedom fighters.
But what was
We
this
followed the Schrade case till the trail went cold in '63. Then they sent me back in time where I discovered Raymond here in London. No longer using the name Carson DialL.
Nifty bit of detection, that.
You never loved.
Someday your prince will come. As for DialL, Metal, Milland, your husband, whatever you want to call him, he cashed out the gold, put it into rare stamps, licked them, stuck them on the envelope under the scissors that G used to kill the intruder, who was actually after the stamps. Stand up in court.
Like a soda. Seems we've been dealing with a pretty notorious fellow.
One who's going to be going away for a very long time.
Yes, I am. Starting now.
Well done, sir.
What I did on my summer vacation at Langley.
Not impressed.
One troubling little question, Inspector. But what did the latchkeys have to do with the case?
Absolutely nothing. It's like my old Uncle MacGuffin used to say. What did he used to say? It'll come to me. Keys, Raymond.
For all your help, thank you, Inspector. Did catch the name.
Latchkey. Inspector Latchkey.